Okay, there we go.
I'll tell you what, the meat is actually quite plentiful.
Well, yeah, I suppose it is actually. The water is definitely the problem here, I think.
Well, the river is honestly pretty much nothing, so I think we'll go on.
I don't know. I think it's in terms of making sure that your bars stay up and not having to worry about it too much. Because obviously, if you constantly have to keep filling your water bar up, but then if with the thing I just picked, obviously you get more filling out of it. So perhaps that's saving time and also saving water as well, because you don't have to use as much water to fill up the bar. So, I mean, you basically want to devalue anything that you're picking up, you know, because the more value it has, then obviously the more you want to make sure you've got it. If you don't have to worry about it too much, that's just one less thing you have to deal with when you're going about surviving in the wastes. At least this is my assumption anyway.
I just lose
What do you do about the core of your power armor being, like, you know, getting low on energy, by the way?
basically, you need to look for them and out in the world somewhere, but later on you'll be able to craft them apparently.
Oh, okay.
Once your core's gone,
Yeah.
you won't be able to run, won't be able to use bats, and you won't be able. Else, can't quite remember what it was. Can't do melee attacks, but you can still wear the power armor itself.
Okay. Can you leave it anywhere in particular that's safe?
If you jump out with it by holding X,
All right.
and then push triangle,
Oh.
then it goes into your inventory.
Oh, that's sweet.
Oh, that's sweet. Because that power armor is now yours.
Look at you. You badass.
I actually need to find somewhere so I can.
No. How do I take my power armor back out?
Go into your options.
Apparel.
Go to apparel. And then it should just be like that.
Shall I drop it or shall I just...
Yeah, drop it. Well, no. Activate it as if you're gonna put it. X again.
Oh, okay.
Right, but.
Oh, okay. I just got my power armor back out. I think that's correct, what I just did. I believe. I'm wearing it, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, cheers. Alright. I'll stick around and think of a couple things to mention so far. Obviously, I do want to talk a little bit about what I feel about this beta. Oh, man. I don't know, it's... For the first time I've played like a proper MMO in a long time, it feels like a decent MMO. I mean, it is a beta, so obviously there's probably going to be things they'll add and change and adapt, and I'm not really, pardon me, sure if I'll be a part of that in the initial release of the game. But, I don't know, good luck to anybody who does, you know, actually take part in the initial release, because, I mean, it's going to be a fucking madhouse with God knows how many people joining into servers and messing with each other, and yeah, it'll take a while for things to balance out, I imagine. I think it...
Can I just add something to that one?
Yeah, go ahead.
Servers are maxed out at 24 people.
Okay, well, I mean, it doesn't mean that they can't be a bit of a madhouse, though, because you never know who's going to join. You know, there's no limitation to what kind of people can join, so you could have one person who's just literally joining to go around and cause mayhem and havoc. And I mean, I know you said earlier you can't really do much outside of annoy a player by constantly killing them, but it's still something that people can take the piss out of to, you know, annoy people who are just trying to enjoy the game. And I'm sure people will find ways to... Yeah, I'm sure people will find ways to... Okay, well, if that's the case, that may, you know, help.
From what I've heard, I think I'm right. If they get debuffed, it's based on playtime.
Right.
They get debuffed for, like, say, 10 by 10%.
Yeah.
For 24 hours. It's 24 hours while they're in game.
Okay.
So they do actually
Okay. Well, I mean, I suppose Bethesda did say that they wanted to, because they did address it directly about the griefing problem. I remember they said that they wanted to address the griefing problem that's common in MMO games or multiplayer games, because obviously it is a prominent feature in many MMO games. So it's hard to balance that out and make sure that, especially in a game like Fallout, like where you can get things like nukes and mini nukes and stuff like that, it's important to make sure people can't just piss like on the entire game and people's experiences by, you know, just getting something really powerful and using it to annoy other players. So they've done a pretty good job, I'd say, balancing that out so far, but I'm sure there'll be ways that players will find around what they've put in place and still be able to, you know, cause some trouble for a while. But, you know, like I also said, I'm sure Bethesda will work out the kinks as time goes on. Can I try and shoot this? Hold on. Ah, damn it, I missed. I got him. Yay. I feel a little sense of accomplishment every time I shoot something. Good on you, Bethesda. You managed to make me feel like I'm enjoying myself. Yeah. Oh dear. You know, it is no fun waking up early, I'll tell you that right now, man. It is a fucking ball ache, I'll tell you. Oh, jeez. There we go, you're dead. It's alright. Just a normal day in the wastes. Ah, I couldn't shoot that one because you were in the way. Tin pitcher. Pencil. What would I need a pencil for? Oh, boiled water. Oh, that's water. Disease cure? Oh, I'll take that. Sounds like a good thing. Cotton yarn. Cotton yarn. No, I don't think that's useful. Filing cabinets. No, there's nothing in the filing cabinets. I wish there was something in the filing cabinets. Yeah, well, I mean, what's the weight limit in this game? That's something I haven't checked.
At the minute I've got 205, while in the power armor, but the power armor buffs you. I think it's like 10%.
Daily event. Oh my god, all these things. I don't know. This game might be fun. Might be fun. I don't know.
So, I mean, I'm quite a big Fallout player anyway.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you a little bit of a little hush hush. I know I'm recording this, so it doesn't matter if I say hush hush. But I played Fallout 3 for the first time in 2016. So I feel kind of bad that I didn't get around to playing the Fallout franchise for so long. But I played Fallout 3 in 2016, and then I played New Vegas earlier this year. So I played Fallout 4 last year. Oh Jesus! Whoa! Oh my goodness! Okay, what in the world? Okay, that was okay. I don't know what that was about. Yeah. So yeah. I know some people will probably like crucify me for knowing that, but yeah, I didn't play Fallout 3 till 2016. I played Fallout New Vegas this year, and I played Fallout 4 last year. So, and I was being honest, I did play Fallout 4 for about 25 hours in total. I did actually record myself playing it for like 18 hours, but I played it for like another 7 hours on top of that to try and like really, I don't know, like I was really trying to get into it. And I couldn't, so, but yeah, I did try. Can't say I didn't try. What's this?
That's what women are really for.
Overseer's Journal. Okay, yeah, there we go. More caps. Yeah, I'll tell you something though, right? Now that I've played New Vegas, Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, I mean, obviously I didn't complete Fallout 4, but I'd played enough of it, I think, somewhat to understand the general concept. I may not have done the building stuff, but I get the general idea. I think Fallout New Vegas is probably the best of the modern Fallouts. I don't really judge Fallout 1 or 2 compared to, 3 New Vegas and 4, because they're such completely different styles, Yeah, have you played Fallout 1 and 2? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't like it when people judge... Yeah, I don't like it when people judge Fallout 1 and 2 against the modern Fallouts, because they're not the same. They're not. They're different genres. Yeah, well, it's not about who owned it. It's about the style that the game was in. Fallout 1 and 2 were in a much different style to the way that Fallout 3 and beyond were laid out. So, but I think of the modern Fallouts, I like Fallout New Vegas, followed by 3, followed by 4. Maybe that'll change when I properly play 4, but I doubt it really, because I really love New Vegas. I thought it was such a good game. Maybe that's because I played it so recently that I get to say that, but I loved it so much. It's so fun.
I enjoyed them all. I'll be honest.
I mean, yeah, I can agree with that. It's definitely something I can agree with. They're all pretty fun in their own way. I am looking forward to their next generic single player Fallout though, whenever that will be in the future. I'll probably be fucking 28 by the time that comes out. Yeah, another fucking several years goes by and you're just sitting there like, oh, it's another Fallout game. Oh god, I remember when 3 came out. Oh, that was a long time ago.
I'm right there with you, Trump. Don't worry.
I know. Well, this is the thing, isn't it? They said that they're working on a new Elder Scrolls, but by the time that new Elder Scrolls comes out, we'll all be fucking 5 years older, and it'll be like, oh yeah, I remember when they announced that fucking 6 years ago. Oh god, where am I? I'm so old. Oh. Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. That's not a nice thing to say. Ugh.
How old are you?
Well, me? I'm 22, 23 in 24 days. 25th of this month.
Well, happy birthday for that.
You young thing. Yeah, what are you trying to seduce me? No, I shouldn't make that joke. That's a stupid joke. No, it's all right. I get it. I know a lot of older people anyway. I've always been fond of older people because they're a lot more sort of down to earth and don't piss about like fucking kids. We all did that. What's that? I didn't hear you. How old is old? Well, no, I mean like once you get out of like school, like people in school tend to be a little more childish, I find. But that's me saying that, seeing as I recently sort of left that part of my life behind. So I'm sure you guys remember your time in school as well, and it was probably somewhat similar. Well, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking? Bloody hell. I mean, I wouldn't call that old. In my head, old is like fucking ancient, like 80 years old or something, like my grandma. Yeah. I'm sure you're a very young lad at heart, I'm sure. Well, they say you're only as old as you feel, and I feel fucking ancient. Life can be draining and stressful sometimes, Oh shit. Oh god, I thought the game was gonna fucking crash for a second there. I was shitting myself. Game had a little bit of a poop. Well, it's what do they call it? Strength test. They need to make sure that the servers can handle huge loads and whatnot. So, oh, a water pump. Oh, good. Event fertile soil. Oh Jesus. Okay, where are we at now? Okay, it's been another 15 minutes now. I really shouldn't push it. I really shouldn't. I want to because I'm having a good time wandering around, having a bit of a chat. But I really do need to make sure that I get to bed on time. So if I don't wake up on time, I don't get to fucking class on time, and oh god, it just becomes fucking stressful. I'll tell you. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if I don't get to class on time because for me personally, right? I go to a place where as long as you've got your work done, they don't really care if you come in late the next morning, because really the only downside to missing any time in class is that you don't have the time to do what you need to do in class, which if you've already done it, you don't need to worry about that. So it's one of those kinds of classes, so it's all good. What am I studying? Oh, fucking hell. I'm doing English because I failed my English in high school, and it wasn't my fault. I'm not actually trash at English. Well, I should rephrase that. It was my fault. I skipped me exams, which probably wasn't the greatest idea at the time. But hey, I was a bloody idiot. So, I was going to say you can't blame me, but it was completely my fault. I was a complete bloody idiot. Suppose I'm better off for it now though, because I've learned. But hey, at least I'm working towards actually making up for my mistakes. Some people wouldn't. Some people would just fucking, continue to be idiots. So, at least I'm working on it. Yeah, how you learn and move on from it. Yeah, it's exactly that. Oh man. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna just I think I'm gonna settle here. I'm gonna admire the world a little more one more time, and then I'll get off. But I've been liking this so far. This is genuinely and actually pretty good game. It's it's a little what's the word I'm looking for? It's a little bit daunting, to jump into like what is essentially my first proper MMO and my proper MMO experience, and it's a Fallout sort of experience as well, which I'm very obviously familiar with since I played all 3 of the modern Fallout games in the last 2 years. So I mean that makes it very fresh in my head, which means that I can really appreciate what they've done with this a bit more than some people might. But it's genuinely pretty good. It works pretty well. I haven't come across any real game breaking bugs or anything yet. Actually, I'll tell you something, right? Before I met you, when I was in the vault when I first started up the beta, there was a bug, which is the only bug I ran into in this whole session, which was literally when you make your character and you can mess around with the passport and the camera on the passport to take pictures for it. It completely glitched out the passport, and the passport layout, like the UI, it disappeared from the screen. It didn't come back. I had to back out of the menu because it had all the options to change the view and everything on the the passport, but the passport wasn't there, so the UI for it just vanished. So yeah, that's the only bug I've come into contact with though in this whole thing. So that's pretty good so far. It's not so bad, yeah. I mean, I suppose we haven't really done much in the way of actually looking for bugs, to be honest. But then again, why would we? We're just trying to play the game. But yeah, I'm having a good time, and I do hope I get to play this on Saturday, because like you said, the beta is at 9 o'clock, right? Yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'll get to play it. If I do, I don't know if I'll get to talk, because that's pretty late, and I don't know if I'll want to actually chat at that time of night. But I'll still play it though. So if I can. But it's been a pleasure playing with you though, man. You've been a genuine laugh to chat with. So thanks for helping me get the power armor and sort of get into this game a bit. It's actually been really nice. Yeah. And the other guy who's just sort of lurking in the background, waiting for his turn to come into the beta as well. Yeah, sorry about you and your trouble getting into the beta, man. For me it was just easy. I just got the code and I put it in. Yeah, I don't know what's up with you. I really don't know what the problem with you was. Maybe they just, I don't know. Maybe they had a problem with some people's emails or something. I don't know. Well, actually, no, you didn't get it by email. You got it by the Bethesda account. Oh, okay. Yeah. Now, when I pre-ordered the game, I got a registration code within a week, and I put the registration code in Bethesda.net, and that basically put me in the pool to get a beta access code. So I didn't have access to the beta then. It put me in the pool to get a code when they were ready to send one out to me, and I got my code about 5 days ago, I think. And I went on to the Bethesda.net site, went to my purchases. I actually purchased the game through Game. I did cancel my pre-order, of course, but I still got the beta code anyway. But it was basically underneath the orders. I just copied. Well, I didn't copy the code. I just put it into the PlayStation Store redeem code section. It just downloaded the game. I don't know, like what was happening for you. Was it having trouble? Like, was Amazon having trouble linking up with Bethesda.net or something? It seems like a very rookie error, honestly. I mean, it should have been simple, but they just seem to make it hard for you. You know. At least you're getting there now, though, man. How long does this beta test last today? For another like 3 or 4 hours, right? Well, as long as his internet holds up, he should have the beta downloaded in the next hour and a half, shouldn't you? Yeah. Yeah, as long as your internet holds up, you should be able to play some of the beta tonight. Well, I wish you two luck. Have fun with the rest of the beta and the beta session today. And if I do play on Saturday, I'll message you guys and maybe we can play together. I might not talk with you, but we'll play for a bit. Yeah. So cheers. I'll hopefully talk to you guys on Saturday. All right. All right, cool. Well, I'm going to end the recording.